It's Open Line Friday. Rush Limbaugh executing assigned host duties flawlessly. Zero mistakes. Here we go. Last night, CNN, Anderson Cooper, 119, talking to Debbie Blabbermouth Schultz, a Democrat National Committee spokeswoman. Anderson Cooper said, factually speaking, you know what's interesting? See, the media, normally, the reason this stands out is that most people in the media are not journalists. They're collaborators. And so when one of them acts like a journalist, it's stop the presses. It's jarring. It's unbelievable. Because they're collaborators. The media collaborates with the Democrats. Pure and simple. With the regime. Well, I don't know what it is, but they've been going after Debbie Blabbermouth Schultz lately. When was the last time? Who was the last soundbite? Somebody went after Debbie Blabbermouth. It might have been somebody on Fox. So anyway, Cooper says to Debbie Blabbermouth Schultz, factually speaking, Mitt Romney didn't design or direct the writing of the Republican Party platform. In particular, the language on abortion is the same as it's been for years. And you can fault Romney and Ryan as you did for not pushing their position, but you can't say that they designed the abortion section.
Anderson, we definitely can say it, because even in the previous platform, Mitt Romney has embraced previous Republican Party platforms and embraced that language and said he'd be delighted to support a constitutional amendment banning all abortion.
You have to acknowledge he has for years publicly said that he supports abortion in the case of rape, incest, and where the life of the mother is at stake.
I can certainly acknowledge that he says that out loud, and I think it's very clear that Mitt Romney talks the talk, certainly doesn't walk the walk.
Anderson Cooper is not accepting that.
Do you at least acknowledge that the quote that you gave from the LA Times is completely incorrect?
No, I don't acknowledge that. I know that's what you're saying, but
well, I can read it to you right now. What you said is, guess what?
Anderson,
that the
what I'm saying,
was,
it doesn't matter.
I think what you say does matter. You're quoting the LA Times, and again, you've misquoted them. And to back up a position.
Anderson, the point of the email, and there's no getting around that, and I would think you would agree that there's no way that a presidential candidate, a party's nominee, can separate themselves from that party's platform. Well, there is no exception for rape or incest in the Human Life Amendment.
So she's out there. She is lying. And she doesn't care what he said. The thing that Anderson doesn't get through all this is that she doesn't care. Anderson doesn't care whether Debbie Blabbermouth doesn't care whether what she's saying is true or not. That's what Anderson does. The truth is never going to get away. He's trying to tell her, look, you're lying. Romney is for a rape exception. And she's trying to tell, no, he's not. He may say so, but he doesn't believe it. She's just blatantly lying about it, and she's using the CNN forum to do it. And Anderson Cooper keeps challenging her. And it's becoming a daily occurrence now. Her lies are so blatant that even these hosts, after a while, can't help but accidentally call her out. Here's the next bite.
I do think accuracy is important, and my job is to point out things that are not factually correct. What you said, guess what? The Los Angeles Times reported yesterday that the platform was, and I quote, written at the direction of Romney's campaign. That sounds very direct, but that's not actually what the LA Times was saying.
The bottom line message of our email is that, A, women need to know the difference between the two parties and the two presidential candidates on a woman's right to make her own reproductive choices, and that Mitt Romney can say that he's for an exception for rape or incest. His party platform doesn't reflect that.
By the party platform doesn't talk about it, nor does the Democrat Party platform. The Democrat Party platform doesn't talk about a rape exception. Anyway, for the great thing here, after all, there's still one more soundbite there. The great thing here is that the Democrats really are, in the midst of utter economic decay, in the midst of their own policies wreaking havoc on the middle class, they are excited to make this about abortion. Let them, folks, let them. They are just jazzed. Their whole convention is going to be about abortion. It's like what knee-jerk reaction is something. Somebody's tripped them. Here, the next bite. is Anderson. He's so frustrated. He says, look, he's only really trying to help her. He tries to look at Debbie, lying doesn't look good. You have to understand that.
It's my job on both sides of the aisle to point out things that are inaccurate. Is in a fundraising email to misquote something to serve your argument just doesn't seem in the long term to serve your argument very well. But
I understand your point, but I think I mean, the balance of the email makes the case very clearly, and the main thrust of the information we're trying to convey is that Mitt Romney is disingenuous when it comes to his position on a woman's right to make her own reproductive choices, and he's extreme and has embraced an extreme position, and we want women to know that.
But he hasn't. I mean, he's said he's for the rape exception, and she's out there on CNN saying, no, he's just lying about it. And Anderson Cooper said, well, but it's not true what you're saying. Anderson, it doesn't matter. Don't you get it, pal? I'm here to advance the agenda. And Anderson said, well, but look, my job is to hold both sides accountable. My job to point out things that are inaccurate. Come on, Anderson, wake up. What do you think I came here for? A lesson on the truth? I'm here to smear Romney. And I'm going to smear Romney no matter what you do. There's nothing you can do, Anderson, to make me smear Romney. Now, when I got these emails last night from people saying, you got to watch this, I'll be honest with you. People told me that Anderson Cooper just creamed Debbie Blabbermouth, that she was just embarrassed her to all. I don't hear that. I hear him very sheepishly. You know, Debbie, really, you know, what you're saying isn't true. Don't you think it'd be better if it was Anderson, look, you don't understand. Our fundraising email is designed to lie. Romney is saying one thing, and it doesn't help us what he's saying, and so we got to tell people that he's lying. He doesn't really mean what he's saying. He's an extremist. Every Republican is an extremist. Every Republican wants babies to live. Oh, John, we can't have that. Every Republican, because we're the ones killing babies. But I don't think he profoundly embarrassed. I don't think she can be embarrassed. I don't think Biden can be embarrassed. Oh, speaking of that, Charlie Rangel. You're damn right Biden was talking about slavery, and he's damn right about it. Yeah, Rangel's out. You're damn right he was talking about slavery. Another circle in the wagons around plugs. Anyway, maybe I'm hearing this differently than you guys, and I didn't see it. Maybe Debbie Blabbermouth Schultz looked guilty, but okay. HR says he saw it. She looked guilty. Fine. When you just hear it, she got her message out. Romney's lying and hates women and is extreme. Now, it's absurd, and again, it's illustrative of their pursuing the moron vote. No question about it.
Electrifying.